Title: Clarity Error in Subject Class. Female submitted by Drello and Nivrax. Junior Researchers, Galactic Academy of Xenobiological Experiment, TTP 47, Thought Transparency Protocol. Species: Homo sapiens, Earth, Sector 7. B duration: 24 Earth hours, hour 0 to 1. Initiation. Subject class: female begins shrieking, not all at once, but in scattered bursts across the planet. An executive in Manhattan smacks her assistant's tablet out of his hands, blurting, "You're what in my shoes?" before vomiting into her Birkin. In Osaka, a teenager bolts from his aunt's apartment after she slaps his older brother. She'd just heard his memory of her youthful karaoke routine, performed while intoxicated, in uniform, and now the stuff of drunken male fantasy. The term internal monologue collapses across languages. Several females attempt to soothe the air. Hour 1 to 4. System shock observation. Widespread female isolation. Approximately 67% retreat to bathrooms, closets, walk-in freezers. A Kenyan farmer discovers a stash of mislabeled grain sacks via her brother's memory and slaps him with a hoe. In London, legal proceedings are interrupted when a barrister's eyes glaze over. She later mutters, "He did it," and is disbarred for psychic slander. The term mind-blown trends, though no explosion is detected. In Sao Paulo, a kindergarten teacher sobs during nap time after realizing the janitor's repeated nods were not agreement, but suppressed fantasies involving ceiling fans and her elbows. Hour 4 to 8. Application phase. Utilization patterns emerge. A futures trader in Seoul uses her boyfriend's insider info to predict a copper price swing and retires mid-shift. Divorce lawyers double their hourly rates. A woman in Helsinki, long suspicious, reviews her husband's memories of late-night gambling and impulsive loans. She calmly drains their joint account, legally, and changes the password. Meanwhile, a Texas judge wheezes with laughter during a hearing. "You duct-taped the gun to a pigeon?" she says, calling a recess for personal reorientation. The defendant flees and is later tackled by a mall Santa. Resistant males begin online groupings, claiming electromagnetic interference. The hashtag Beta Shield trends among those wrapping their heads in deli foil. Hour 8 to 12. Behavioral shift adaptation sets in. Female subjects begin filtering mental noise, tuning out beer requests, sexual hypotheticals, and sports trivia. Male confusion intensifies. In Tel Aviv, a diplomat loses color mid-toast as his counterpart silently chants, "Remember Kiev," over a memory involving falsified intel, bribes, and a warehouse explosion. A woman in Nova Scotia calmly retrieves $2,300 from beneath a floorboard, her partner's forgotten gambling stash. He weeps. She nods, already calling a locksmith. Male aggression declines by 42%, an increase in door holding, unsolicited apologies, and reports of just going for a walk to think. Hour 12 to 18. Cognitive recalibration. Females form support networks, whispering not to each other, but to the thoughts behind the men around them. "Just breathe," one says aloud to a sweating co-worker in Dubai. A congresswoman in Ohio leaks committee plans via mental drafts of male aides. Bills pass, memos vanish, one man eats his pen. Males attempt mental hygiene. Results include migraines, accidental moaning, and spontaneous dancing. One man in Lagos forgets his own address and is reported missing by his dog. A militant faction in Bavaria organizes a silent protest. The group disperses when one member's intrusive memory, a failed pipe bomb test involving rubber ducks and a flamethrower, causes collective giggling. Hour 18 to 24. Stabilization. New equilibrium observed. Females focus only on high-value memories. In Sydney, a woman confronts her partner about his plan to fake an injury for insurance. He offers her 30%. She counters with 50 and a prenup. Deal. Males adopt precautionary habits, meditation, herbal tea, Gregorian chants. None are effective. Eye contact drops globally. Human rituals adjust. Proposals are now preceded by memory scans for infidelity, finances, and unresolved parental issues. Dinner conversations are 40% shorter per observed speech metrics. A French bakery introduces mind muffins, placebo treats for the paranoid. Hour 24. Plus, termination and aftermath. Upon telepathic severance, 92% of females exhale audibly. Some laugh, a few sob, most say nothing. Males express confusion, relief, and in 6.3% of cases, grief. A man in Vancouver whispers, "You actually understood me," to his cat, and begins therapy. Human media speculates, but lacks proof. Reforms continue. Quiet divorces, recalibrated budgets, strategic ghostings. Males forget. Females remember. Conclusion. Recommendation. Extend to 100 Earth years. Emotional volatility exceeded projections, but cognitive flexibility warrants further study. Note: no ethical breach. Subject class remains non-sentient by galactic criteria. End file.